second stimulus check debate heats up. The battleground is the amount of money and who will get it. Hey everybody, this is LALATE with a second stimulus check and stimulus package update for today with really exciting great news about the check. Finally, we're getting some incredible great news. I'm going to get right to it right now, especially if you're on SSDI, SSI, Social Security, Railroad benefits, or Veterans benefits. Big confirmations finally today as Mitch McConnell was really kicked to the curb and Steve Mnuchin took front and center. All the confirmations, let's get them right now. First, there's going to be a check. Second, the check is likely to land exactly at $1,200. Third, get ready for this. This won't be the only check. More about that in a second. Yes, I mean, can you hear that? Fifth, the check will be delivered in a quick manner, quicker than believed initially, and will definitely land with you in the funds with you in August, not in July and not in September. Sixth, there won't be multiple bills like Mitch McConnell with all that mess was talking about on Friday. Seventh, Mitch McConnell's claim that this won't be agreed upon or even presented until 2 to 3 weeks also thrown out of the door. Boy, this is just incredibly great news. Things that are not confirmed and still not clear because they haven't been asked correctly by news reporters who have just been a hot mess this weekend is the issue of dependence, which I'm going to get to in a second. All right, so let me get right to the details. And you got to stay with me with these details because these are just really, really fascinating. Mitch McConnell and Steve Mnuchin a week ago were drafting the Republicans' proposal for a second stimulus package. They admitted to news that they were doing it, and they admitted they were doing it over several weeks, and they were the singular two voices for the Republican Party. By last Monday, they had no proposal ready. By the middle of the week, they said it was ready. It was still not ready. By the end of last week, there was widespread reports that Mitch McConnell, Steve Mnuchin, and the White House were not getting along, that they literally could not deal with one another. Ultimately, what happened on Thursday was I was reporting that there was going to be the proposal introduced to news. It wasn't produced. Friday, Mitch McConnell left town. And I actually said, maybe this is a good thing he left town. Well, it was, because apparently he either left town voluntarily or by encouragement of the White House. Because the minute that Mitch McConnell left town, Steve Mnuchin went to the Capitol yesterday, which is Saturday, and went there with the White House Chief of Staff and met with leading Republicans to get their take on what Steve Mnuchin and the White House, not Mitch McConnell, were proposing under second stimulus check and second stimulus package proposal. They came into the Capitol with news reporters ready for them, told them they were coming, and left and said, we are ready. We have a second stimulus package ready. And guess what? We're going to introduce it on Monday. News reporters' heads went a flurry because Mitch McConnell only hours earlier had said, we'll be ready in a few weeks. It was a real slap in the face for Mitch McConnell. But the good news was, and I'm not going to spend 18 minutes on this video talking about Steve versus Mitch. The good news is they actually got it ironed out. So Sunday morning, minutes ago, Steve Mnuchin, Treasury Secretary to Donald Trump, and Larry Kudlow, who has that crazy position, I always forget what the hell it's called, Director of U.S. National Economic Council, most BS title ever, actually appeared on two separate Sunday morning shows, just like I told you they're going to, just like I predicted, and said, I'm going to tell you, 1, there's going to be a second stimulus check. 2, it's going to be $1,200. 3, it's not the only check that we're going to do. 4th, we're going to get it to you quickly. 5th, we're not going to belabor this point. And 6, don't bring up Mitch McConnell. Really, really incredible. So let me get to the quotes first, and then I'll get to the details. Larry Kudlow appearing on CNN. This is the quote, there's going to be a $1,200 check. It's going to be part of the new package. Interesting two parts about it. First, the amount, and second, the package. So again, we are back on track with where the Republicans and everyone was a week ago before Mitch McConnell opened his damn mouth. There's going to be a package that has a lot of stuff in it. Mitch McConnell said he wanted to have 20 different bills, and the check was going to be its own bill, and we're going to be and we're going to be sitting around doing this for 5 weeks. No, we're back on track. One package. In the package is a check. Larry Kudlow, $1,200 check. Now, Larry Kudlow said that, and I gotta tell you, I can't hold it. I'm so excited. There's going to be an eviction moratorium grant bill from the Republicans. Jesus, I am so happy for you. I can't hold the secret in. That is the big one. That is going to be the 5th video today. Finally, if you are facing eviction moratorium, the Republicans want to help you. Now, hazard pay. Yeah. So that was Larry Kudlow. Then, he also said the check is there, meaning the $1,200 check. The re-employment bonus is there. More about that on the FPUC video. I mean, this keeps on getting better. The retention bonus is there. There's going to be breaks, tax credits, and then stuff for big business restaurants. Okay, I don't want to hear that part. It's going to be a very well-rounded package. It's a very well-targeted package. Well, it's getting their asses together. Mnuchin. All right, so Mnuchin appeared on Fox Sunday morning, and Fox News Sunday, and he said, quote, "We have the entire package. The Trump administration and the Senate Republicans are completely on the same page." Notice whose name is not mentioned in that sentence. Mnuchin says he hopes to work on a bipartisan bill and get it done, and it's going to be a $1,200 check for Americans and liabilities for business owners and schools. He will also modify the unemployment benefits. Unemployment benefits are going to be there. I mean, there's a lot. Every single video today is going to be incredibly great news, with the exception of one. I can't have it good across the board, but and the one that's not good, I just don't know what's happening. Mnuchin says, and this is the other part that's incredible, quote, "We can move very quickly with the Democrats on these issues. We have moved quickly before, and I see no reason we cannot move quickly again. And if there are issues that take longer, we'll deal with those issues as well." Mnuchin. Wow. Who woke up? I mean, just everyone. Have they all been watching this channel and reading your comments? Everyone woke up. Nancy Pelosi, of course, appeared on CBS's Face the Nation this morning and said, "There's a disarray and the delay is causing suffering from American families. We have been ready for 2 months and 10 days. All right, so let's get to the details based upon the quotes. First, the second stimulus check, $1,200. It doesn't look like it's going to be any other amount than $1,200 for the individual. Now, I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say because you've been watching the videos and commenting. I love your comments. You're going to say, what's happening with the dependents, LALATE? What is happening with those dependents? I don't know. It's the fault of bad news reporters, again, that are just rampant. I'm going to be getting to those bad news reporters in a second. They're not asking Steve Mnuchin, is your second stimulus package, which we're seeing on Monday, which obviously we're going to have the answer tomorrow, does your second stimulus package pay $1,200 to all dependents of all ages? They haven't asked that question. I mean, every single news reporter that's asking Steve Mnuchin a question can't remember to ask that question. So they're not asking him the question, so we don't have the answer. We literally don't have the answer. So it's not a no. We just don't have an answer because I was about to curse. No normal news reporter can actually ask a formulated question. So I don't know. I don't know these two answers. One, are all dependents going to get a check? We currently know, of course, dependents 17 years or age or younger are getting a second stimulus check. We already know if you're not a dependent, you're getting a second stimulus check. We already know if you're on SSDI, SSI, Social Security, railroad benefits, and veterans benefits, you're getting a check. We just don't know, though, if you are an adult dependent, which is a lot of the viewers of this channel. If you're an adult dependent and were clearly ineligible for a first stimulus check if you're getting a second stimulus check. We just don't know that answer. To recap, under the first stimulus package, if you were 18 years or older, you were not eligible for a second stimulus check as if you're an adult dependent. What's an adult dependent? It means that you're on someone else's tax return as an adult. So you could be an 18-year-old kid in college and you're on your parents' tax return, not eligible for a first stimulus check. You are 60 years old and you're on your son's tax return as a dependent, not eligible for a second stimulus check. what's going on with this group this second round, I don't know from the Republican standpoint. The Democrats say, yes, you're getting a second stimulus check. Repeat, the Democrats say all dependents of any age, 1 to 1,000, God bless you, live to 1,000, or 200 million years old, you're getting a second stimulus check. The Republicans haven't given the answer yet, so I simply just don't know the answer. The next question we don't know the answer to, and we'll see this tomorrow, is the amount of the check for the dependents. The Democrats say every dependent gets a full check. We're not doing this stupid piecemeal of reduced check like, you're 17, you're only entitled to a 40% check. We're not doing that. Democrats are giving everyone the same value of check, $1,200. So if you are a 16-year-old daughter, you're getting a $1,200 check. If you're an 18-year-old son, you're getting a $1,200 check. That's the Democrats. The Republicans, we just don't know. The fear, but I don't want you to fear it at the moment because we just don't have confirmation, is that maybe the Republicans want a $500 dependent second stimulus check. I don't know, but I'm not going to report it to you because we simply don't know because reporters haven't asked them the question. The manner of delivery. Now, this is really great news. As you know, for days and days and days and days, I have been reporting on what are fully identified as third-party individuals. They're not part of the White House. They're not Republican. They're not congressmen, stating that the IRS has amped their systems, have ramped up their systems so that they can get you the second stimulus funds faster than they got you the first stimulus check. Steve Mnuchin today said, yes, that's actually true. Lord. So he says we are absolutely getting the second stimulus check or funds. I want to say check, but ultimately it may be delivered to you in electronic form, so there may actually be no printed check. But I'm just going to call it check to make this simple. The second stimulus check will be getting to you faster than the first one, and it will be coming in August. He made it absolutely clear it's August. It's not July, and it's not September. So that is really, really great news. Finally, the one that, that quote that just had my mouth drop, additionally to the rent eviction quote, was this one that Steve Mnuchin says that this is just the second stimulus check. I see no reason to not have a third, fourth, fifth, or sixth. Wow. So that's good, and that can also provoke skepticism by viewers of this channel. And I know exactly what you're going to say because I said the same thing at first. I first said, oh, that's incredible. And then I said, oh, but wait. So the but wait is what? What happened to what they did to us in the first stimulus round. As you recall, in the first stimulus package round, when they initially drafted the first stimulus package, they said, okay, we're going to give you multiple checks because you're on lockdown March, April, May. They wrote it up. They drafted it. Then they said, oh, no, we'll just give you one check for now. I'll get to the other checks later. Well, they didn't get to the other checks later. And so ultimately, they got to their vacations later, and they didn't send you a check for the month of May or April. And certainly they didn't send you a check for the month of June, July. So now here we are sitting in July. We are literally if you look at the calendar, we have 2 full working weeks until Congress is on vacation again to get a second stimulus package out. And they're saying now, okay, we're going to send you a second stimulus check now for the month of August. Okay. If we're on lockdown in September, where's our September check? If we're on lockdown in October, where's our October check? Where is the plan to get checks for people when they're on lockdown, considering you didn't give us the darn checks from before? Steve Mnuchin says we're going to get to it, but the point is, well, you said that before, and I trusted you, and you didn't do it. So ultimately, it's up to you to decide whether you want to believe him or not. That is your decision. But the mindset is very, very exciting. It's very good news that actually they're saying, hey, this is not the only stimulus package. And again, I got to tell you, that is completely different than what one person said. And you know who I'm laughing about, Mitch McConnell. So what's going on with Mitchy Mitch? Back in May, when this second stimulus package landed in the Senate from the House, Nancy Pelosi's House approved the HEROES Act, and it landed in the Senate. What did Mitch McConnell say? He said, no way, no how, I'm never signing this package. I'm never giving you a $1,200 check. Then he said, this is the last stimulus package. There'll never be another stimulus package. Then he said, I'm creating a welfare state. I'm allowing people to get rich on federal money. all this junk has been thrown out to the side, literally in the last 24 hours. Mitch McConnell is nowhere to be seen. The White House has clearly realized, someone has woken up the White House and said, Mitch McConnell is the problem. Mitch McConnell is the inherent problem because he's not, one, getting a bill passed, two, he's talking like a lunatic, three, his understanding of economics is insane. Four, all he's talking about is protecting business from being sued. Okay, how about everything else that's going on? There's a financial cliff. And six, his entire notion of let's do separate bills and let's do them over several weeks. But I think what really, really clearly happened here was that quote from Mitch McConnell Friday afternoon or Saturday morning, I think it was Saturday morning, he said that we'll be getting to the second stimulus package in 2 to 3 weeks from now. Boy, I mean, even here on Sunday afternoon, some of the news reporters are still running the quote because it's just so incredulous. And everyone's mouth is dropping every time you read that quote. And so Steve Mnuchin is getting ahead of the story, which is a term that you use for purposes of press. You say you get ahead of the story and you make sure that is not the story. And Steve Mnuchin saying, no, we are not waiting 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to have the second stimulus package from the Republicans here tomorrow on Monday. It's going to have a stimulus check. It's going to be $1,200. It's going to land in your accounts in mid-August. If we need more checks, we will get you more checks. Oh, boy. Finally, so let me answer the things that we simply don't know. Again, the manner of the delivery of the check. It looks like it's going to track the CARES Act, the first stimulus check. So if you've done a non-filer for the first stimulus package and got that on file and got your first stimulus check, God bless you, because they know, the IRS knows where you are, and they're going to send you the funds the way they sent you the first stimulus check. Many viewers have asked me, okay, I'm on benefits. Will I get the check the way I get my benefits or the way I got my first stimulus check? Let's go with the way you got your first stimulus check, if it's different than the way you receive your benefits. But generally, if you did not get your first stimulus check, you have done your non-filer, you would get your second stimulus funds by the way in which you get your benefits on a monthly basis. So if you get it by paper check, you get by paper check. If you get it by direct deposit, you get by direct deposit. If you get by debit card, you get by debit card. Caps. I did it yesterday, and I got to reassure you, yes, the insanity of Mitch McConnell's $40,000 caps is thrown out into the sea. It's nowhere to be found, and no one's going fishing for it either. It's dead on arrival, using his words. So that stupid thing about $40,000 cap 2019 earnings, people would only get a second stimulus check, not happening. Not happening. The threshold for the second stimulus check will track generally income levels delineated in the first stimulus check, which I forget the numbers. I think it's like 75,000 individual 2019 earnings, if we're talking about an individual's check. Husband and wife, you double it, so $140,000 approximately. There was a provision, and I always forget this one, I can't remember everything. There was a provision in the first stimulus package that said if you made over $100,000, we'll give you a stimulus check, just not as much money. I forgot that one. So that one apparently is going to survive as well. So if you did make a certain amount of money over in excess of $100,000 last year, you would still get a stimulus check, just less money, because they don't think you need as much stimulus. Really, really incredible. So where are we? We are coming into Monday. We're going to see the Republicans' proposal on Monday. We have 2 working weeks to get this done. Congress goes on vacation August 8th or August 9th. I think August 8th is a Saturday. So we would see it likely on a Friday. Nancy Pelosi said she'll hold everyone in session to get it done. So you're going to see a lot of movement in the next 2 weeks. What is this in? It's in the package. It's in a package which has a lot of stuff in it. As I said, it has renters assistance. It has rent eviction moratorium. It has extension of unemployment benefits. It has in there pork. It has in there a new building for the FBI. But what else does it have in there? Boy, some great news. Stay with me and find out later today in the other videos. As always, stay informed, stay educated, stay smiling, stay laughing, and stay upbeat, because we're getting through this together. And as always, stay with LA for more.